solving mysteries in the night. Chasing shadows, finding answers, shining bright light. No one's left behind in the darkness, all alone. With a heart like a siren, she brings the lost ones home. Silent cries in the dark no longer have to be. For justice wheels keep turning, granny on the beat. Broken voices find their power, call out hope again. When granny's crime busters run, no victims left in vain. Bravery in her veins, truth she won't disguise. With a fire in her eyes, she's got nothing to deny. Granny fights for justice, never backs down from the call. For the voiceless and the missing, she'll stand tall.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? Hello, Ginger. Good to see you. Wait for a few more minutes for people to get in here. It's been a crazy 24 hours, guys. Crazy. So I felt like I couldn't go live without talking about the elephant in the room, right? I mean, it's just not possible. Just isn't. There's too much that happened last night. Hello, Brenda Joe. Just too much that happened last night. Remember when we talked about the billboards a few days ago, guys, and we all said, wonder what's going to happen. Well, we found out yesterday what happened, right? I mean, somebody is absolutely triggered about these billboards, right? Hello, K9, good to see you. So somebody got triggered and then, oh, well, I'm sure you guys all already know. But I did want to show you something. Let's go here. Steve Fisher, the unscrupulous PI, wrote a letter about the billboards. I am writing to you not only as a longtime user and supporter of the Blip Billboards platform, but also as a part of a committed network of missing persons investigators and advocates. I am a missing persons private investigator licensed in 5 states and a search and rescue specialist. We have relied on our services to raise awareness in some of the most critical and time-sensitive cases. Your support of our work has been sincerely appreciated, which makes it all the more disappointing to see a deeply troubling campaign currently being run through your network. A series of billboards created and published by At Night Media and allegedly in partnership with the law offices of Joseph Lesniak, whose legitimacy is uncertain, have been used to promote inflammatory, accusatory, and misleading messages about a missing 16-year-old Sebastian Rogers. These billboards include phrases such as, "You made me vanish," "You joked, I bled," "Who cleaned it up?" "Silence is murder," "You just watched," "Why'd you leave me?" He didn't even put some of the good ones in there. These messages are clearly designed to assign blame and incite public outrage against Sebastian's mother and stepfather. So my question here is, it doesn't mention their names. Doesn't mention their names at all. Any of the billboards that I showed you the other night and any that have come out since then, not one mentions their names. This is particularly harmful given that no one has been charged, and both the Sumner County Sheriff's Office and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation have publicly stated there is no indication of foul play in this case and there are no suspects. Even more disturbing is that At Night Media has publicly bragged about the offensive nature of these ads and proudly promoted their placement in high traffic areas, including outside a recent Philadelphia Phillies game. This is not advocacy, this is exploitation of a child at the center of an active Amber Alert. This campaign represents a gross misuse of your platform. It harms Sebastian's family, undermines legitimate advocacy efforts, and trivializes the serious and complex work involved in missing person investigations. We urge Blip Billboards to conduct an immediate review of this content and to remove and prohibit such inflammatory and defamatory messages moving forward. Sebastian Rogers is a real child with a family that is suffering. These billboards not only re-traumatize those who love him, but distract from the goal we all share to bring him home safely. Please stand with the advocacy community by enforcing stronger content guidelines and ensuring your platform is not used to spread harmful and baseless accusations. Thank you for your time and attention to this serious matter. I hope to continue working together in a way that upholds compassion, integrity, and dignity for the families we serve. I have attached the billboards which have been featured on social media by At Night Media, the law offices of Joseph Lesniak, and the felons that run these businesses. I can be reached anytime. So that is what he put out. And then at night, let's see. Yeah. Over the past 48 hours, At Night has confirmed that individuals affiliated with Christopher Andrew Proudfoot and Katie Lynn Payne Proudfoot, among others, including their representatives, family members, and known online surrogates, have openly admitted on public platforms to interfering with lawfully binding contracts and ongoing operations related to the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, 16. These actions are deliberate, coordinated, and unlawful. Public incitement to obstruct our mission, coupled with the intentional disruption of professional agreements, constitutes actionable interference and may result in severe legal consequences. As a result, One World has issued a legal preservation hold directive effective immediately across multiple operational tiers. This is not a suggestion. It is a mandatory enforceable measure under federal and state litigation procedures. The defamatory content specifically targeted the substantial investments exceeding $100,000 USD in market value that were allocated for advertising purchases to support the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Let us be clear. We will not allow anyone, online or offline, to derail the search for Sebastian or target those fighting to bring him home. To the public, we ask that you continue focusing your energy where it matters on truth, justice, and the safe return of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Efforts to disrupt this mission will be met with the full strength of civil and legal remedies available under law. And then it goes on to give information if you know anything about the whereabouts of Sebastian. So, At Night, dog, they're not going to put up with this garbage, right? Yeah, exactly. How does it harm the family? From the get-go, they have done everything they can to try to stop Seth from searching for his son by threatening searchers, by cutting serpentine belts, by I don't know what else they've done. Now, billboards, right? Those billboards, what's written on them? I wouldn't like some of them if I were the guilty one, right? If you're guilty, then they offend you. If you're not, what do they do? They grab your attention. It's not just another billboard of a missing child. Silence is murder. Oh, whoa, whoa. Who is this kid? Wow, did you see that billboard? Right? It grabs attention. Yes, exactly. Brings awareness. Right. What has he done? Nothing. He's just taken his money and gone off searching for other people that he allegedly has found. I don't believe he finds anybody, but okay. He says he does, so all right. If he wants to think that, go ahead. But little did we know, not only did we hear from SF, and there's others that we all know about that are saying things, right? But Chris came out and decided to say a few things, didn't he? I'm going to play a little bit of Chris's. I know that he tends to trigger us guys, so I won't play too long because I can't handle too much for myself. But it just kind of gives you an idea as to why Seth came out later. So, before I do that, I am going to put this up. All right. Could you guys hear that or no? Hello? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm going to try it again a different way. All right. Um,
said, folks, anybody just coming in, trigger warning because it's disgusting.
Why are you going right now? She's gonna snipe you.
All these motherfuckers out here want to play. Let's play. Everybody's got my fucking address.
Well, they've been by your house a million times, you know.
But they ain't got the balls to stop.
Can you hear it, guys?
No, that shit's crazy. And I don't think you should feel bad for popping. I mean, it's been over a fucking year. And you know what's funny to me? BJ sits there with that fucking victim mentality. How would you feel if you were just being dogpiled all the time? Bitch, what the fuck do you think that Chris and Katie have gone through for over a
Okay, I just wanted to stop it there for just a second and apologize for the language, guys. Obviously, you know that that's not normal here. I'm sorry. But I did want you to hear what Chris says about the billboards. Wouldn't that be nice chemistry? I would love $1 for every cuss word that they say, but they've got to pay it to us, right? I would share with all you guys for sure.
fucking year. You've been dealing with my loud mouth personally for a few, maybe months. I don't even know if it's been that long. A fucking year, bro.
Chris needed
Shut
that,
up.
and so did they. Can I get another amen?
Nonstop at all of them.
Well, her level of intelligence ought to tell you something. When she joins this bullshit deal in Pennsylvania, can't even talk to a fucking attorney. You won't even call her back. Like, what fucking person has an attorney you can't talk to, you can't get a phone call back from? You're fucking retarded. Yeah, I said it. And if it hurts your fucking feelings, so fucking be it.
I have to pause.
Can't believe you
just
used that
paused.
word again.
Let's listen.
Truth. I'll add it, Truth.
Oh my God.
Get your own content, Selly Legs. Try something new.
You guys made a lot of shit, though. You guys get talked about daily. You get lied on daily. I mean,
Oh my God.
how much can one person take? You know,
Mad respect
now
to
they
Chris
got these
for defending
billboards
his
up,
family
talking
heart.
shit.
Well, that's just their little try to do a smear campaign. Well, have your fucking smear campaign all you fucking want.
That's what I'm trying.
No, I mean, you know, I don't think anybody can fucking. If anything, people should really take a hard look and be able to commend you for maintaining for this fucking long without popping.
Oh, whatever.
No. No commending any of this. That was my pause.
So, yeah.
Well, I am, I am gonna kind of, I am actually gonna kind of pop on something.
Prepare yourselves.
All this, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna break my grace for once. He's sunk to a whole new fucking low with his billboard bullshit campaign.
Woo, the billboards got to
Hey,
him, y'all.
Hold on 1 second. I think.
Trigger.
Can y'all hear us?
I can hear you.
No, I know, but I don't know if they can hear.
Yeah, I can feel.
Yeah, they can hear. Okay, I don't know what the hell happened. I just saw people saying there wasn't no sound. So,
Well, like I said, I'm gonna break my little grace thing for a little bit. So no, I'm not gonna bash the shit out of him, but I am gonna put this out there for him to hear. For Seth R. Rogers and your little billboard and your little crew and all your fucking at-night little minions and whatever the fuck y'all want to call TikTok Tony or Little Dick Tony or whatever the fuck y'all want to call the guy. I don't give a shit. Oh But I'm going to put this out there, Seth. And what you forgot was your parenting plan still a legal document. And in that parenting plan, it says you cannot talk negatively about the other parent and vice versa. But you seem to do it anyways.
At least Seth.
Oh my gosh. Yes, confession tomorrow, Grace. Right before Easter, right? Oh my goodness. So a parenting plan that is for parents with their children. And I'm totally on board of not talking negatively to your child about the other parent. I'm totally on board with that. That doesn't mean you can't. Sebastian isn't around. We don't know where Sebastian is, right? Parenting plan. He wrote it. Yes, that's scary, isn't it? Chemistry. Yes, and he gets worse. But I just kind of wanted to. I don't want to play all of Chris because he's triggering. He triggers us all. I don't want to play it now. Exactly, Deborah. And by the way, welcome in. We're happy to have you. But yeah, he is not his parent. Yeah, K9, you probably need a kid for a parenting plan, wouldn't you? Right? Right. Was he threatening Seth? Well, let's hear what Seth has to say, right? Uh-oh. Guys, this is a little bit trigger warning as well. But I am going to preface it, and maybe you've all heard it already, and that's okay. But I am going to preface it by saying that, do I like his language? No. But I understand his anger. I totally understand it. I was shocked that he came out. I mean, I was totally shocked. Yeah, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Things had built up to a point where he's sick of it. And he wanted to show that he is not afraid of Chris. And I don't blame him because Chris likes to be a bully. Chris thinks he's this big Mr. Tough guy, and he's not. Right? I can only imagine the fear Sebastian must have felt when Mr. Chris was on a rampage because he didn't get his way or he thought Sebastian breathed air wrong. I know. Hi, Gracie. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm glad Seth let him. I know. I was laughing. I'll probably laugh again, guys, because when we play it, but here we go. Let me present my screen. Hoping this works right. I may have to look for a different
Hi, Josh.
How are you, my friend?
Let me know if you can hear it.
Got pissed, stayed pissed.
And once again, trigger warning for anybody that's here. There were some things that were said about you by Chris Proudfoot that weren't flattering, and you have stopped me before from going on rants about him, tangents. And I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what the billboard thing to me is completely crazy. I know that he likes to discredit the reward fund. Even if he thought that, I don't know why. I don't know why he would do that. I have no idea.
Because he's a little bitch. Anyway, thank you, Josh, for inviting me up on the platform. Chris, you're a little fucking bitch. All right. My son was a bigger man than you. He still is a bigger man than you. And I tell you what, go take my nuts out of your fucking mouth. My nuts don't belong in your fucking mouth. Nothing against it, but that's just not my cup of fucking tea, you fucking cocksucking piece of shit. You put your hands on females. You put your hands on kids. I'm a grown fucking man. Guess what? I'm in my fucking house right now. You know where I fucking live. You've been to my house to drop my son off. You can show the fuck up. I don't give a flying fuck. You keep running your goddamn mouth. You triggered about the billboards? Guilty conscience? Do you think that they're talking to you? Because billboards don't talk anything. They just say something. I'm fucking
Billboards don't talk, they just say something. And that's true, guys. It's like I said about the billboards at the beginning. They're just words up there. They grab people's attention, right? If someone takes them to heart, are they guilty? Why is Chris so triggered about these billboards? Look at how big Sebastian's face is on those billboards. So the wording grabs people's attention. They're going to remember Sebastian's missing after seeing one of those billboards, aren't they? I know. He was in court all day, though, so I don't know.
over your mouth. I don't come on my panel, and I don't sit there and trash talk the miscreants that you fucking hang out with. All right? But listen, I know well shit that fucking gets used better than you. We all know who wears the pants in the family. If you're so breastfed by your mama, why in the fuck can't you treat a woman with respect? Fucking cunt. Excuse. You're just a little bitch. There is nothing about you that fucking scares me. You know where the fuck I am. You know my phone number. So you can fuck off. I've told people to fuck off before. I'll tell you to fuck off again. Bring your ass to my house. I'll tell you to fuck off in front of it. You need to watch your goddamn self. Because you're pissing off more than just me. My son's a bigger man than you. My son knows how to treat people with respect. My son understands what respect is. You're just a waste of fucking flesh, and the best part ran down somebody's leg. You're an abusive fucking. Calling you human is actually a disgrace to humans.
All right.
All you do is come out here and run your fucking dick sucker. That's all you do. You're triggered. Oh, man. It's my son. Sebastian is my son. Those billboards are to bring awareness that my son is missing. That there.
I'm so glad he said that. Sebastian is my son. My son. I'm so glad he said that. Yes. Yes, Noni. CP is pissed about the billboards. And Fred, I get that. I don't think all of them are in poor taste. I think, there's a couple that had I figured them out, I probably wouldn't have put it up on there. But, at the end of the day, it's bringing awareness. It catches people's eye. And that's the goal. Catch people's eye and notice that Sebastian is missing, right? That's, and you're entitled to your opinion, right? You're entitled. Oh no. Nightbot, behave. I'm going to go in and fix Nightbot. Goodness sakes. Shut it off. Oh. All right. I have shut Nightbot off. Sorry, guys. Don't worry about it, Noni. That was just Nightbot. It has some weird things. you're yeah, don't worry at all compared to what's on the screen. I shut him off. He is fast. Oh, gotcha. Sorry about that. All right. So let's continue on.
There's a reward for my son to be found. He's not your son. Never has he been, Mr. Chris. Calling you Mr. is just an insult to other men. I'm a fucking man. I'm responsible for my actions. I'm responsible for what I do. I'm responsible enough to teach my son how to be a respectable man. You are a bitch. Everything about you screams.
What would he say to CP? I know. What would he? When sending out the drones to CP's house. Yeah. Well, and Seth's maybe last night too. Let's just be fair, guys. Seth talked naughty last night too. But it's out of character for Seth, right? It's not out of character. I mean, guys, Seth talks about it, how CP was on a panel one night and all they talked about was dildos. You got it. Stepson missing, but he can get on a panel and talk for hours about dildos. So, I mean, oh, I'm so sorry, Noni. Doggone Nightbot. Shame on him. I'll let him know he's naughty. Oh, okay. Let's continue.
Bitch. Clear to your fucking panties that you wear while you drive around on your fucking motorcycle. Because you's a bitch. I mean, there's hoes and bitches. And Chris, you kind of fit in all those categories.
Well said.
You want to sit there and fucking use the R word. You called my son that. Maybe you should look in the fucking mirror, bitch. Because you're the one that's retarded. And in fact, I think that's actually an insult to people who have mental illnesses to begin with. Because you don't even have a fucking brain, bitch. You don't know how to be a man. Your mama's more of a man than you are. Isn't it a shame that to me, the only man that's been in your life was my son? What the fuck? He's not yours. He's my son. He's fucking missing. You're so quick to sit there and say, hey, look, picture came in, but you're really fucking quick to tell everybody that's not him. How in the fuck do you know it's not him, bitch? Your own words tell me that you're fucking guilty, you coward. You fucking piece of shit. Calling you a bitch isn't even enough for me.
And that is so true. Every time that there has been a lead, Chris jumps on it and says, no, that's not him. Almost immediately. So what Seth is saying here is absolutely correct. And Seth said, how do you know that it's not him? What do you know? Right? I'm glad you're such a sport, Noni. I appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to talk about the mother. We're not talking about the truck tonight, though, K9. Just the mother. Oh, it gets good here in a second.
You should bring your ass to my fucking house so I can mop you up, kick your ass out into the fucking street, so your mama can come pick you up. You best breastfed fucking ugh. Pussy ass fucking bitch. You are a disgrace to anybody. It's not my fault that what's in your fucking pants isn't fucking strong enough to produce a male heir. Mine is. Talk about my fucking balls. I've got balls bigger than you, buddy. And if you could take them out of your fucking mouth and unwrap the umbilical cord around your fucking neck that's still attached to your goddamn mother, maybe you could put on a fucking pair of pants and bring your ass up here. Talking about the reward ain't there. Telling people not to fucking call in tips for my son? Fuck you. You ain't nothing but a little bitch and a fucking coward.
Take the umbilical cord from around your neck and it's still attached to your mother and cut it and put some damn pants on. Oh. Seth said everything I've been thinking for the past year. Oh my gosh.
This isn't a veiled threat, Chris. I don't make veiled threats. You are a coward. You are a bitch. The best part ran down the fucking back of the truck where you were conceived, for all I give a shit. Fuck you. Any day of the motherfucking week. You know my phone number? Let me know. Fucking cunt.
So what I don't understand about this is the billboard situation. And look, I understand.
He's got a guilty fucking conscience. So if anybody says anything, it just eats at him because he can't live with the guilt for what he's fucking done to my son. You admit on fucking YouTube that you used a belt on my son? You told me at the very fucking beginning, what am I going to do if it goes south? You better talk to your wife. Because my son is my life. You want to sit there and I had to beg you for over an hour to go fucking trash down a fucking lead in Hendersonville because I don't know where anything fucking is. And your little bitch ass wants to fucking be a cunt? That's fine. Listen, call your mama, tell her to call her doctor and get you another prescription of testosterone because we got a little problem in this world, right? Can't get it up there for anybody? Well, I bet you if it was a guy, you probably could get it up.
Yeah, look, I mean, he went absolutely insane earlier, and I know there are people that are going, why are you doing this? Why are you allowing this? I mean, if you heard half of the things that he said and went on this tangent forever about people can only take so much. I mean, if he thinks that he's allowed to just say whatever he wants, then why not? You know, what's good for the
Tell
goose?
you what, I'll take my belt off and you can come use it on me. Because I'm a man and you're the bitch. I ain't worried about you. I ain't scared of you. And the first thing I do when I see my son is I'm going to tell him not to have to worry about that bitch ever fucking again.
Amen.
Fucking child abusing, woman beater. Maybe you should remove somebody's hand out of your ass.
There's
Go drink another one.
That's another thing I don't understand about this is that, you know, Chris had an ex-wife, you know, air out a lot of stuff about him. And people seemingly just forget about it. Like, you know, she's not telling the truth or whatever they say. I mean, this isn't new. I mean, this kind of behavior is not new. I think
it's not, but there's too many people out here that approve of that behavior that he does. And it's ridiculous. All he does is make bitch fucking moves. Because he's a bitch. He's still wet behind the ears. Because he can't seem to pull his head out of his own fucking ass. That's probably the only way he gets some.
Oh.
It's just a fucking piece of shit. Just a piece of shit. I'm pretty sure at some point in time he'll be headed for wife number 6. And I feel sorry for that fucking person too. To have to deal with his bitch ass personality, his Queen Latifah fucking attitude, because he's a bitch. That's all he is. He is a stupid fucking bitch. You are a disgrace to that uniform you wore, sir. Bet you were calling a lot of people sir. Please, sir, may I have another? I'm your bitch tonight. Despise you.
I saw in somebody else's video when they heard this about him saying that Chris was a disgrace to the uniform he wore. They went after Seth for, veterans are going to be mad at him for that. Why? Why would veterans be mad at Seth? Seth said Chris was a disgrace to the uniform. not he didn't say anything bad about the uniform or about the military. He said Chris was a disgrace to it. It's amazing how people twist these things, isn't it?
I really do not like you around my son. You are a waste of flesh, space, and the air that you're breathing would be better off used for dogs at the pound, because at least they have a reason. Fucking bitch. I just wanted to come on here and really just fucking tell Chris that he's a bitch. And I hope that I said it enough that it's driving into your fucking skull, you cunt. You are a bitch. Put your hands on women and children. Yeah. Very proud person there, you know. Just can't stand his stupid ass. My son, you piece of shit. My son, not yours. You can't produce a male heir because you're weak, because you're a bitch. The women in your life that you don't put your hands on, they're the ones that wear the pants in the fucking relationship. That's why you're always looking for another one. You're looking for a punching bag. That's all you want. That will do whatever you say while you run off and go hit on every bartender, male or female, because you're a bitch. How big's that dildo you're shoving up your ass that you wanted to talk about for hours on a fucking panel? Pretty sure you're well entitled on that one. Got plenty of experience. Chris Pussyfoot.
Yeah, I remember they gave us a lot of stuff for making
that
a
was
couple.
So disgusting.
Yeah, the dildo.
That's a new low for even them.
The dildo talk was crazy.
Oh well, I don't know who he's sharing a pillow with, because there was a lot of people on that panel, male and female, and I think he was sharing a pillow with all of them. But I appreciate this, Josh.
All right, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you for using your panel.
Hey, I'm here. Look, man.
But I still, Chris, you're a bitch.
There you go.
I hope that you can get this through your thick fucking skull that you're a bitch. You're a bitch. I've seen caterpillars with bigger balls than you. Because you're a bitch. Thank you, everybody. Apologize for the rant. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Take it easy, man.
Beware of bitches. Because they're out there. Stay safe. Be blessed.
Take care. Seth.
Beware bitches. They're out there. Everybody, did you hear that? Got to beware of them. Jackie, I did too. Oh, I wanted to high five him. I was laughing so hard last night when I saw. First I heard about Chris, and so I went on and I was watching him, and I'm like, oh my god, he's triggering me, but I didn't want to quit watching. I wanted to see what he had to say until I heard that Seth was going on, and then I'm like, oh, forget you, Chris, I'm going over by Seth. So He did. He deserved that. I'm sure he's gonna come out tonight and say something. I don't know. I don't care. Um, you know, Seth has held it back for so he said almost everything that I had been thinking but haven't said for the past year. Oh gosh. You're not the first person that has said that, chemistry. I'm glad. I'm glad we can laugh. You know, especially when you think about everything going on with Sebastian. Poor Seth. I mean, he wasn't laughing last night, and I know we are laughing, but he was angry. He was really angry, and I don't I don't blame him for what he did at all. And people can twist that however they want to twist it. It doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, I don't blame him at all. He he has kept things even in that rant. What did he do? He talked about his son. Did Chris talk about Sebastian in his rant? No. He talked about how the billboards were demeaning. To who, Chris? To you? Why are they demeaning to you, Chris? Right? As funny as this is, I can't help but think that I hope Tony was waiting in the wings, so to speak, to talk Seth down. Um, yeah, I get what you're saying. Um, I wondered that too. I thought, oh, did Seth not tell Tony what's going on? um, but I wondered if they let him. If they just said, "Do it, go for it," you know, as a way to. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but it make Chris mad and keep him talking until he finally blows and tells what he knows. I mean, I don't know, right? Um, Either way, um, I'm not making fun of Seth's anger by any means, not at all, or the pain. It is so sad that that side has, like I said, thwarted and threatened searchers, you know, um, cutting serpentine belts, you know, anything you could think of. And now they're wanting the billboards taken down, you know. Well, like Kong said, what's going to happen when they start doing commercials? What are they going to do then? Is Tony gone or something? I don't know. But I don't know. But I agree, Ginger. He should have kept his hands off of Sebastian. He's a stepfather. He didn't have any right to touch him. Yeah, exactly. Why does Chris think they are smearing him and his wife? And guys, when we went over the billboards, did we all know and think in our minds, is this going to trigger somebody? That's what I thought. I don't know if I said it. I don't remember, but it's surely what I thought. Oh, is this going to trigger somebody? Somebody that's guilty. Yeah, he's not gonna. He did go on Lolly's last night and apologize for his language. You know, I will give him that, right? There was only one other time, I think, where Seth used really bad language. And it was another time when he was fed up as well. It was that time before the vigil when Chris came over and was talking to him by Seth's truck. Not a bad word, Seth's truck. And what I think, he said they're going to work together, but he told everybody to F off because if they didn't like that, they were going to try to work together, right? But I think the reason that he used that kind of language is he was just fed up at that moment, right? You know what? A man that only does that twice a year, kudos to him, because look at what he's been through this past year. I bet he was a little cringe, but then freedom of speech, so yeah. Good to see you, Poppy Love. Right, Gracie? Probably because Chris wasn't in control of those billboards. Well, I think it was because of what was said on the billboards, honestly. Oh, yes, bring on the commercials. We want to see, oh, gotcha, Jackie. Yeah, he wasn't sitting next to him for sure. I bet. I don't know. I don't know if Tony knew about it or not, but oh, okay. No, none were taken down. Hong said none were taken down. They're lying. So you haven't seen the billboards. Okay, so let's go. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so this is one. Have you looked for me? Missing, have a clue. I think that's even a new one, but here's one right on a billboard. Who took me? Was I in the way? Still quoting villains. You proud now? Okay, I'll open these up individually. Whoa. Who took me? You made me vanish. What did I do? Was it worth it? He told you, tell us. She told you, tell us. Do you sleep okay? Silence is murder. Have you seen me? Who took me? So that was a bunch of them. There's still more. All right. In my humble opinion, CP has no right to have any say about the billboards. If anyone other than Seth who would have had the right, it would be KP, but she won't even talk to Seth. I agree. She don't talk to anybody, so I mean, very rare. And according to what I've heard recently, Chris told police that she couldn't even talk to them the day that Sebastian went missing. So, you know, she hasn't been talking to the police for a long time. So yeah, Sebastian is his son. Whatever he does in regards to his son, he's allowed to do. That's right. None have been taken down. More billboards have gone up. So let me go here. Go to the top. Start from there. Oh, everybody's sharing the flyer for some reason. I'll have to check into that for a while. Well, everyone is. My goodness, what's going on? What the heck? Oh my gosh. I was just on this earlier. There weren't all these flyers on here. Wow, what's going on? Ginger, do you know? Look at that. Okay. So, okay. Anyway, I'm never going to get there. He said, lawyer up. Chris and Katie, Flasher, Clue, we're coming to you in Tennessee. No injunction. We're suing you for your shirts for what you're doing to halt the search effort. Because they're trying to halt the billboard campaign, so they're suing them. Okay, so here it is. Flasher, meet contractual interference. Contractual interference, meet your next debtor. So he put up 50 more billboards because Flasher did this. And then he's been putting up, oh yeah, since Flasher got involved, time to add 50 more is okay. They fake bro. Like I said, keep telling yourself we're fake. And he puts, he shows where he put 50 more. Deception Detective says, don't raise your kids in Tennessee. Running theme on my channel, sadly. We don't need to look for a body. We believe Sebastian is alive. Hello. Until we believe otherwise, no need to waste money. Flasher search for 1 year. Well, we did more in 6 weeks. It's called strategy and patience. Search for powder. I'm good, bro. But anyway, every time that someone, hey, does anybody know who this guy is? This guy in the gray hair? Hong listed that, and I don't know who that is. But anyway, every time somebody comes back and says something negative about the billboards, Hong puts up 5 more. Yeah. One showed the reward and said, Google it, you all. Another one said, are you proud now? Yep. Yep. They are in, well, when they first were put up, they were in 27 states, and they're on both borders, the Canadian border and the Mexican border. in areas with high traffic, and in areas where there's a probability of human trafficking. Yes, they're on highways. And they're also putting them in stadiums like the Philadelphia Stadium, near the stadiums, because there's always a lot of traffic when baseball is being played. Hong has posted the listing with their locations on his X. As sad as it is, most people who aren't on YouTube would have no idea that a few of those billboards are dancing around the topic of who is most likely responsible. Right. But it'll make them wonder, won't it? And they'll take a double look at it and look at his face, right? Think about it. If you're driving down the highway, you don't know who Sebastian is, but you see this billboard and it says, Google it, y'all, missing, $447,000 reward. You're probably going to Google it. If you see, are you proud now, with a face and a 447,000, you're going to be thinking about that, right? You're probably going to go back and look it up. So yeah, they're tap dancing, but they're bringing awareness, guys. That's the point, right? I asked Grok who it was, and he said it was some comedian or something. Okay, Nightbot, you behave. Only birthdays, and that's all right. Yeah, I don't know who he is, but oh, that was another one. If you know, you know. IYKYK is on another one. Let me see. Well, maybe I can do this. Trial. Sure, it's not going to show that. Well, let me just look in my back thing, and I can read out some more of them to you. I didn't vanish alone. Do you sleep okay? Have you seen me? Who took me? Missing teen. Didn't vanish alone. You made me vanish. What did I do? Was it worth it? They know, do you? I trusted you. Find me. I cried. You lied. Who cleaned it up? You joked. I bled. That's one that I'm not really thrilled about. Why'd you leave me? You just watched. Was it that easy? Was I too much? Was I in the way? Still laughing? You proud now? He said, "If you know, you know. We do. If you know, you know. Must be proud. Bring the proof." Missing. Have a clue? So there you go. Those are all the ones that I have found so far. There'll definitely be people Googling. The headlines have just enough spice to make inquiring mind. Exactly. They will definitely be Googling and wondering, and then they won't forget. Once they take that from a billboard and they Google it, right, they won't forget. They'll remember. And so that if they see Sebastian or if they have seen Sebastian, they'll be calling in, right? The good news is this case isn't going to go cold anytime soon, right? I know Seth is going to get a bunch of flack for, from the other side for what he said. And I don't think he really cares. Like he said, Chris can come see him. He's not afraid of that. So, and that's pretty much what it's about, right? You know, I just think it's really sad all the pain he's had to go through, and everything that he has gone through over the past year brought him to that, right? Because guys, I don't think it's in Seth's heart to come after Chris, but he's had enough, right? He's had enough. He's had enough of Chris talking badly about people who are his friends and have stuck by him. And he's had enough of the lawsuits and, everything that distracts him from finding his son, right? The threats for the searchers and, tampering with cars and, it doesn't end. And now, talking out about the billboards and then that team trying to take down the billboards. They're trying to do everything that they can to thwart Seth's efforts to find his son. I'm sure he's around. There's one of two explanations, right? Either he knew that Seth was going to go on, or either he didn't. So I don't know, right? Tony's going to be the last person to blame Seth for doing that. He's does he think it's wise? I'm sure maybe he didn't. I don't know. I'm not going to try to put words in Tony's mouth, but he's going to understand why he did it, right? It has been over a year and Seth just wants his son back. If they don't understand that, then it is their problem. That's right. It's too bad that they don't understand it, but they should just leave him alone. Quit interfering with Seth's search efforts. Hong brought up a good point that I read tonight. We're looking for a live person. SA can get out there and search the ground all he wants. But if Sebastian's alive, what is that going to do? Not a dumb thing, is it? He's not going to find anything, is it? If Sebastian's out there alive somewhere and SA and the rest are out searching for a dead body, They're not going to find anything. You know, Hong at night, Nick, Dog, they are doing intelligence work to try to figure out where Sebastian is by going through the leads that they have, that they get. How many more leads do you think have come through since these boards, guys? They're not telling us, but I'll bet there are some. If you didn't, it probably didn't take long before you heard. You're right. uh, just, you know, I guess if there's anything that I would want to say to Seth, it's go, Seth, go. Don't stop. Don't let him get to you. Just keep moving forward in your search for Sebastian. Hang tough. We're all behind you. That's, I guess, what I would say to Seth right now. We've got your back. We may be laughing, but it's only because we're proud. We're proud of Sebastian's daddy for standing up for the first time in a year to that man who has done nothing but cause trouble. Right? That's my opinion. Yes, he is Sebastian's voice. You know what? Nobody else has been, have they? I mean, Katie can't even talk to her son on camera. Yeah, CPKP wanting the billboards gone was what broke Seth last night. That's right. Yes, it did. That's a good point, Noni. In a roundabout way, it's like CP wanting Sebastian gone all over again. You know, and that's kind of what Hong has been saying, you know, you're trying to get rid of him all over again, right? Yeah, they had a year to put up billboards. Where are they? Oh, they said they were up there. From everything I heard, somebody went and bought a food truck with the money that was raised for those. That's rumor, guys, not fact. There was money raised for that. I thought about it, right? I thought about doing it because it's something that I could do, you know. But when I heard what happened on the other end, I thought, oh no, I'm not going to have anybody questioning, you know, me, because I would be putting it right toward it all. But I don't need anybody coming after me to check either. I just want to remain under the radar as much as I can. Not that I'm not afraid to stand up for myself, because I don't have a problem with that or what I do, but yeah. But I'm glad I didn't, because look at the campaign that At Night is putting out there with these billboards, guys. It's incredible. And they know the areas where trafficking is. They know the busiest highways, right? Where to put these billboards, and on the borders. I would have never thought of that, right? And Megatrons, you know. It's crazy. But yeah, I really like what you said, Noni. It's like CP wanting Sebastian gone all over again. I think about what Chris said, Seth said, when Chris is the first one to say, no, that's not Sebastian every time they get a lead. And he jumps on it immediately. No, that's not Sebastian. And, Seth said, how do you effing know, right? What do you know? Yes, all we can do is keep posting his flyer on our social media every day. Keep our eyes open in case we see him in public. That's right. And support the billboard campaign, guys. I'm telling you, I not only do I put my little short out about Sebastian every day, but I share one of the billboards every day as well. There's some I don't share. And just because I don't like what it says, but that's not up to me. So yeah. I just think that they are bringing awareness, and that's the whole point. So my grannyism today is, if we only depend on what people say verbally, we are not even close to understand half of what is going on. Go deeper. And don't ask me to say that name of who wrote that, because I wouldn't be able to do it. But think about that. That's why statement analysis is so important, isn't it? We are not, if we only depend on what they say verbally, we are not even close to understanding half of what is going on deeper. What is going on, go deeper. So true. So true. I wonder if Deception Detective will do a video on Chris's rant. Very good point, Ginger. Please be aware of the false narratives being put out on YouTube. Use your critical thinking and ask for actual proof to back up your claims. It's kind of like I said, what was it that I brought up earlier? Oh, how Seth said in his rant that Chris was an embarrassment to the uniform he wore. That was twisted. I heard it myself. No, I heard both, right? And that was twisted. I'm glad you like it, Nanny. Or Noni. But that was twisted to on the other side of, to make it sound like Seth was putting veterans down and anyone who wore the uniform. And that's not what Seth said. So be really, really careful, guys. Don't believe everything you may hear, right? It doesn't matter where it's coming from. Just be really careful and ask for proof, right? You don't offend me when you ask for proof, guys. I've had people ask and I've given it. And if I say it's true, I can usually back it up. If I say, guys, this is rumor, that means I can't back it up, and I'm not saying it's a fact. It's something I've heard, right? But yeah, it's so important, because especially with this war going on. We're in a war, guys. We really are. And it's awful. It's awful. You know, it's really sad because it needs to be all about Sebastian. That's what Seth wants it to be about. Unfortunately, so I think if we used our critical thinking skills and what we've been learning through statement and behavior analysis, guys, I don't know about you guys, but when I watch a video now, some of the things that we've learned from Deception Detective Mike DeMann, they're coming to me. Oh, wow, that's a lie. You know, it just comes right out at me now. Not all the time, but I'm learning from that. And I think that's awesome. You know, to be able to realize, whoa, you know, and that's kind of what this grannyism tonight is about. You know, looking deeper into what people are saying, right? If we look deeper into what Chris said last night, what do you think? What do you think he's saying? Why is he so triggered about the doggone billboards? Why would he want those taken down? And where's Katie? What does Katie think of the billboards? I'm just saying. We have to look a little deeper than his anger. Yeah. Guilt. Or as Mr. Yummer would say, guilty knowledge. Right? Isn't that what he likes to say? Guilty knowledge. Yeah. I mean, think about it. Are you offended by those billboards? I'm not offended by any of them, but I'm not guilty. I maybe don't like some of the wording on them, but I'm not offended by it. I've seen a lot worse in my day. Right? Not offended. So why? Why be triggered? Why be offended? Guilty knowledge. Statement analysis. We should do our own statement analysis. No, I don't want to listen to his. I couldn't even play the whole thing tonight. No, I don't want to listen to his rants. Because we already know what's going to happen, right? We already know the outcome. Because we've seen it before, right? We've seen it all before, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. They grab your attention. So anybody else that's not guilty, that has no knowledge, is going to look at it. It's going to grab their attention, right? They're going to go, why does it say that? I'm going to have to look that up when I get home, right? You're going to remember it. If you drive down a few more miles because you're on vacation and you see another one, oh, that one says something different. What is going on with the Sebastian Rogers thing? $447,000 reward. Interesting. Those anger management courses didn't help that much. That's right. He was court ordered for those for Nina. Yeah. Maybe he needs to cut the umbilical cord. Or take some more testosterone. Oh my goodness. Oh. So it's not about the truck anymore. It's about the billboards, and we'll see. We'll see if he comes out saying anything about the mother. Hello, Robin. Good to see you. He's so mad about the billboards. He's spitting fire because he can't touch them. Yeah, he's triggered on the billboards. I wonder what's going to trigger him next. The commercials. Oh. Oh goodness. I told my kids when they were in school that every a and but and or the can change the meaning of a sentence. My son was in law school when he called to tell me how right I was. It's really true. It's really true. Makes a big difference. Oh man. It doesn't take much wording either to trigger a person. Uh, I wonder which one triggered him. Or did all of them? I will never look at. Oh. It's hilarious. Yep. I so um who knows what's going to happen yet tonight, guys? It's still early. We could still have some stuff going down tonight, but we played part of it, Robin, and then we played all of Seth's, and we're all like cheering him on and cheering Seth on. Poor guy. I know we're laughing, but we're. I think you know it just feels good to know that Seth is standing up to that man. Um, I understand that he was trying to keep his cool and to not make waves and try to get along, but they never wanted to get along from the very beginning. They never did. They never wanted to work with him from the beginning, even before Dog and At Night got involved. So, right, we didn't. I didn't want to hear it, honestly. I only played the part about the billboards because I think that well, that's part of what triggered him. Um he was triggered about another YouTube creator. And it was a woman, right? Looks like the state rested and defense sort of rested in Lori's trial. And she's not going to put on a. That's going to be interesting. Noni, guess when I get up in the morning, I'll ask Google if Tennessee went up in flames overnight. Oh my gosh. Just. They have to look at Sebastian in bright lights. That's right. That's right. Yeah, he had nothing good to say about Dogger Hong either, yeah. Or any of, what did he say? Did he call us minions? Or I forget what else he called us. All the rest of us, right? And then, we had to wait around to hear about the trial for today, and I don't know what to think about that. I think that it is just sad that a missing child's case has to come down to all these lawsuits. Minions, yeah, that's what I thought he called us. Yeah. If I recall correctly, Elizabeth Smart, when she found she was almost in front of a billboard for her eyes gave her away when her identity was questioned. Awesome. That's right. He does. Sebastian has one father. Oh, and I am so glad that Seth kept saying that. He's my son. My son. Oh, yeah. That made me so happy to hear him say that. Yeah, I know. That's why I took it from Lolly and played just the audio. I figured I saw that, so. But yeah, it's just crazy. I hope that Seth feels a little better getting it all off his chest. Maybe he would feel better if he could say it to Chris. But I don't think Chris is bold enough to go over to Seth to talk about it. Right? I really don't. But getting back to the lawsuits, yeah. I'm just gonna wait till everything is said and done before I really talk about those. I'm praying for everybody that's involved in it, and that's right. That's right. Well, I mean, the last time I played one of Chris's things, there was a couple people who had to leave because they were triggered by it. I don't want that. I don't want people to be triggered because honestly, it triggers me too because of my first husband. So yeah, that's why I didn't. So, okay, I'm going to go pick up my dinner, then listen to the trial. Hope Tennessee didn't go up in flames. Thank you, K9. And yes, I'm going to call it a night here too, guys. So I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you to my lovely mods. You guys are awesome. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Hopefully, I mean, who knows what's going to happen? That's a good thought to leave on. He is a hothead that will end up with 0 in the end. That's right. Well, he might have a 6th wife or something probably going on. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit the like on the way out. I appreciate you so much. Have a good night. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at granniescrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.